looking at the video I posted, I think yesterday or the day before, about horsepower. How much horsepower do you need? And I got to thinking, after I did that video, and I was talking to my father-in-law, how when I was 17, I've been riding, this is 1970, I've been legally riding a motorcycle for about a year. Of course, I knew everything, being 17 and having a whole year's of experience. So I've been riding my brother's motorcycle, 350 Honda, but that was pretty, I always say boring, slow, wasn't fast. It was fun, but it wasn't fast. So I was able to talk my dad into money and ponying up the money for a new motorcycle. That's a different story altogether, but anyway, he finally relented, and I went with my brother, who's now passed away, to go up to the motorcycle shop. I wanted a Kawasaki. I didn't want just any Kawasaki. I wanted a 1970 500cc Mach 3. Oh yeah, the bad boy. It was a bad boy two-stroke. It already had a reputation out in the street from 1969, and I watched Tony Nicosia do some things with the drag strip, and that's the bike I needed to have. So I went up. This Kawasaki dealer is about 60 miles from my house. So I went up there, and I went in. I pointed to the owner of Schlegel Sales and Service in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. I pointed to that Mach 3 there. That's the one that I wanted, and that's the one I was going to have. Well, he was an old guy, at least I thought so at the time. He's probably really about 27, 30 years old. And he looked at me, kind of tilted his head quizzically that I would want such a machine. So he took me, put his arm around my shoulder, and we walked around the side, walked out the front door, walked around the side of the building, and pointed into the garage area. And I looked a little closer. I saw 3 wrecked motorcycles. They were all Kawasaki Mach 3s, just like what I wanted. And he still had his arm around my shoulder, and he said, "I'm not going to sell you this Kawasaki." He said, Mach 3, he said, "They were all better riders than you." And I was mad at him for about a year. He did sell me a Kawasaki 1970 A7 Avenger. I think I'll put up a picture of one that looked like my bike that I saw down at the Mach auction. Well, that Kawasaki A7 Avenger was with 40 horsepower, 42 horsepower, whatever it was at the time. It's more than I was capable of dealing with. And he probably saved my life by not selling me that Kawasaki Mach 3. Even though I was mad at him for about a year because he wouldn't sell it to me. That's one of those examples of you've got to have some experience. You got to have some riding skills if you're gonna get these big high horsepower bikes. I know the electronics are good and they're going to help you, but that was the first motorcycle that I really wanted. I dreamed of that thing. You know, I could see myself with one of those Kawasaki green jumpsuits and helmets with Kawasaki on it. Oh yeah, I was Jan de Hamel. Already. So that was the first motorcycle I wanted that I didn't get. Since then, there's been a string of motorcycles that have been favorites of mine that I came close to, but I just never did purchase.